want to know someone, work for them. TM Taurean Butler's speech tonight is going to challenge our views on how well we really know anyone, with particular focus on knowing each other in an increasing diverse working environment. Coming to bring order to the lectern, speaking on phase 4, how to say it, in a time of 5 to 7 minutes, my Sergeant of Arms, your Sergeant of Arms, whose speech topic is, you think you know people, Mr. Taurean Butler.
Good evening, good evening.
Congratulations to man.
You can never fully know the life of another. You only have fragments, bits, scraps of their words and other perceptions of them. One act does not define the person. There is so much more to each and every one of us. Exclusion is extraordinarily destructive and is the basis for most profound suffering. Entertaining it is a sort of death for at least one involved. Amy Larson. Mr. Chairman. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let us begin by playing a game called Show of Hands. The rules are very simple. I'll ask 4 quick questions from you, but you have to close your eyes in order to answer. If your answer is yes, just raise your hands. If your answer is no, continue to close your eyes and wait for the next question. Please make sure that you're honest because no one can see, and I won't tell. So Toastmasters and guests, please close your eyes so we can begin. My first question, with a show of hands. Have you ever judged someone because of how he or she looks? My second question, by a show of hands. Have you ever judged a person of the language he or she speaks or their dialect? My third question, with a show of hands. Have you ever judged a person of the way they walk and communicate to another person? With a show of hands, do you hate being judged? Now you may open your eyes. For those who have slept, kindly wake up. I have more for you. Before I reveal anything about this game, let me share the story with you. A man and his 24-year-old son were in transit home on a bus. The route took them past a farm. And immediately the boy said, "Dad, look at the trees. They're passing us." The dad just smiled. Then again, "Dad, look at the cows. They're eating the grass." The dad smiled. And at the same time, a young couple sitting next to the dad looked at the 24-year-old boy with pity. They looked at the childish behavior of the 24-year-old boy with pity. And just before they could say something, the boy with even more enthusiasm, "Dad, look at the clouds. They're following us." Before the dad could smile again, the couple interrupted and said to the dad, "Why don't you go to the hospital and get him a good doctor?" The dad replied, "I did. In fact, we are coming from the hospital right now. You see, my son was blind from birth. And today was the first time he received the sight in 24 years. The couple was shamed, speechless. The boy, after even hearing the comments, restricted himself from sharing his feelings anymore on the bus ride. Now I ask you those 4 questions. Many of you raised your hands. When it comes to judging people, you don't mind. But you hate being judged. With this story, it only took 3 lines for the couple to judge that boy. And well, it only took one comment from the boy to restrict his feelings. With that game he played, you were so-called blind for 1 minute and 24 seconds. That boy was blind for 24 years. So you couldn't even keep your eyes, some of you couldn't even keep your eyes for those seconds. So imagine the excitement on the boy had. Now just play the story in your life. There was a time most of us were in the young couple seat. At a point of our life, also even in the boy seat. What did you miss in life by wrongfully judging a person? Or even lose by someone judging you? You don't think it was too immature and reckless on your part? I myself have been doing this a lot, simply by working in the bank. I've judged numerous customers by the way they dress. Was I right?
No.
Was the couple right? Were you right? My friends, we're all wrong. I'll end this with a post I saw on Speaker Bahamas. Remember the girl that you was calling a slut? She is a virgin.
What?
Order. Listen.
Remember the girl that you was calling fat? She's starving herself to death.
What?
Remember that man you laughed at for having all those scars? He fought in the war for you to be free. Remember that boy we laughed at because he was always crying? His mother is dying. Remember that boy with ego issues in class? He's suffering from depression. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the tongue and judgment are the most powerful weapons we have. It can break someone into many pieces and put someone back together from the ground at the very same time. So do you think you know people? Chances are that you don't. So make the choices of life in a very healthy way. And my last question of the game, if you'll ever make false assumptions of another person again. Mr. Chairman.